I'm Shadow Wolf Wags, and this is Apocalypse News, where prophecy meets proof. And today's date they tell you is October, which would be 8 in the 20th. And the year's 225, but we're also missing a month out of the year, so do with that what you want. These people are so evil. You're gonna want to sit back for this one. We're talking about digital ID, and half the country had no, or half the world had no internet today. So we're gonna talk. Get some coffee or bourbon or whatever the hell you drink. White Claws, all you men out there. All right. Today's story is about digital ID and say no. There's your X. Put an X over that garbage right there. I'm above my head. Let me get. I got the screen up. Yeah, okay. So today, let me see if I got it here. Stand by. Next one. I tried to set this up. Here we go. I tried to be more organized. I'll be doing live streams in a few days here. Warning: this is so effed. 'Cause I can't swear. Hours locked out of banking and trading. Like, this is crazy. This is a Coinbase account all day. That's you can't get to your trades. So if you're, let's say, at equity, you were short and you're on margin. God forbid, your margin, let's say 5 to 1. You can't get in to get out. You see what I'm saying? Like, I. The last time this happened was a few days ago when Humpty Trumpty did the walkie-talkie with Ching Chong China. Like, so, and then everything went down and it's going up and down and up and up, whatever. Like, but we all got locked out. They had that flash crash. Remember, he's gonna do like a 10,000,000% doohickey, whatever. Like, whatever. Who cares? Anyways, they're making billions. Thank God, because I know people. I'm gonna play a video at the end here of a woman in her 30s, maybe 20s, that can't live no more. Like this, but they're making billions off of this garbage. So if they're manipulating the market and then they're shutting down half the internet around the world, which is AWS, which is the Dark Arts' cloud servers, they've been hacked recently. I didn't pull that up for this show, but you could look it up. And then they want you hooked up. See how that worked? And then dude over here is going to be looking to see why you got hacked. The government can't keep their top secret shit not hackable. How are you going to be hackable or not? Like, oh, you're safe. We're going to put your ID all over the world on this secret squirrel garbage, which is Palantir. Hang on, I got to get that. I forgot these ASLs. Stand by. I'm just doing news today, so I'm not going to go into what this dark arts garbage is. But see that word on the bottom right? I already said it once. PALANT, and then the letters IR at the end of that. Look that up, and then look up the satanic, what do you call it, Antichrist, and the owner of that company, about how he did a 4-day seminar on the Antichrist. And he says the Antichrist, he inverts it, saying that if you happen to say that AI is the Antichrist, which it's not, according to him, even though he says the AI would make sense to be said, but it's not. The ones who went against it are the Antichrist. This is who's in charge of your digital ID coming. That everybody, the laws passed, like that big beautiful breasts or whatever it was called, BBB. Remember, everybody cheering it on. Like, that sealed your fate. For 10 years, no state can even say no to AI ever again. It's the Antichrist, which this company is directly working with. See how they work? Which is owned by the Dark Arts. All of this shit's the Dark Arts. Google, ABC, they laugh at you. They even call it ABC. It's like, they know how I was gonna swear. They know how stupid you are. You see how that works? I paused there. I might not have paused. I was trying to pause it. Whatever. Like, I'll edit that out if there's a pause. This screen here is what I'm looking for. This was the AWS, down all day since like 3 in the morning. Everything, like half the world is down. Like, I can't, security can't, everything. Is this like a big test? See how quick you could crash the interwebs? Because half of it's been down all day. I'm going to show you a video of that in a second over on my tweet side. But job opening. See, a lot of this stuff's also happening to divert you. All these news events and so forth and so on. The job opening, the S&P, it's a alligator mouth opening. Like that should scare the living hell out of you. But they don't want you to see this, so you don't even know. The Channel 7 News is telling you, like, hey, Madonna did some garbage or whatever. Who gives a fuck? Sorry, I swore. And if that bothers you, then you don't know what the Revelation 13 is coming. Like, because that is getting really, really creepy. Look here, speaking of Revelation 13, this is a thing called the D3AGEL. See how that works? Hang on, let me pull it up. I posted here, you will not be needed. Oh, hang on. The government will never pay you high UBI. This is just supposed to, there gonna be no jobs. 100 million out of 130 million are slated to be gone. They're already dissolving them. I do like 10 things now with AI for free. Like it's amazing, but most people aren't gonna use it except to look shit up or whatever. But I use it to function things. Like if you use it as a tool, but it's not gonna everything's gonna go dark. It already is. But anyways, the government's not gonna pay you to stay home and whack it to porn or whatever you're into. Like they're gonna give you high. It's called high. Look this up. You guys aren't hearing about this on your news because they don't give a shit either. Like because they're the state-run media. This is coming. Like one world order, not a theory. In the Civil War, that's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. Like it has to happen. See these lords that run it, these leeches or whatever they are, demons, they make money off the war. And then if you idiots are killing or what do you call it, taking each other out, but not to lunch, violently. But go look at the old Civil War photos. Those guys look like they're like, oh, we shouldn't have done this. Like every single picture, they're like, the guy's 20 years old. He looks like he's 70. And he's just like, you can see the face, like, we should not have done this stupid Civil War shit. But we're going to, so get ready. Like, that's coming. And they're starting it, by the way. Like, they couldn't get nobody to defend their own rights, so now they're going with the aliens. So once the aliens get here by the 29th, that Avi Levy or whatever his name is, the dark arts Harvard scientist, watching that doohickey coming around the sun right now. It's behind it. Coming in the perihelion or whatever. Like, this prick, allegedly, I saw it. I didn't verify. But, like, he said, get your vacation times in by the October 29th or something. Because that spaceship's coming. Like, this thing's the size of Manhattan. And it's defeating, like, all physics and shit, too. So... And if you look back in time, like not just the Bible, we can go pre-Bible, all the mythology and so forth and so on, Leviathans and all that garbage. All stories, right? Yeah, I bet they are, because they all repeat. Anyways, back to the D3AGEL. You guys probably weren't paying attention because you're watching porn or whatever. Like, I've been reporting on this since 2017, by the way. Like, back when we had 327 million people, well, the dark arts D3AGEL, D3AGEL, you're not even allowed to talk about this, so whatever, they're gonna probably take it down. But they are the shadow dark arts actuary, the best D3AGEL doctor. I think he's a PhD. Dr. D3AGEL was the dark arts and for 5 presidents. Actuary. So if you look here, they did all the purchasing power of country. They did all the nations. Like they figured out where the world's going. Well, back in 2017, they said by 2025, look at that here, there'll only be 100 million of you idiots left. See how that work? That means you don't know math, probably because you're too stupid. 2 out of 3 are gonna be zip zola. So if you got 30 people on your blog, only 10 will be left. I'll do the math for you. I do pictures. How? Like, and it's only white countries, by the way. I don't know if I could say that, but that's a true story. So any country that has melanin, let me pull up the stat. Hang on. I had to switch screens and add something to the show. So here is the list. Part of the list, anyways, I have on my file. Let me turn this off. Hang on. Stand by. All right, there we go. So it's showing you the population growth, etc. Here, population, GDP, and the difference. And you see Mexico, their population goes up. They got melanin. Italy goes down. France goes down. Those are white. Canada, white, goes down. South Korea, you're real white. That goes down. Netherlands, down. Iran loses a few, but I bet you they get hit by Israel in this World War garbage. But anyways, that may be why they went down. Thailand down. Turkey, because these are partners of us, so that could be why. Egypt goes up. Malaysia up. Russia goes down because they're in the war already. Japan down. You're pretty white. Brazil goes up. See how that works? Indonesia up. China loses a few. They're in the war. But not much, though. They only use the hair. But all their money goes up on the right side of the screen. So you can look that up for yourself if you can find it. I don't know why they predicted this. It's crazy. Now they say it's debunked. Okay, well, I guess it's debunked. So back to wrap this garbage up. AWS Web Services outage disrupts major global platforms, right? Amazon's cloud, AWS, suffered a large-scale outage. I heard they told you to back to Virginia. How fortunate is that, right? Where the dark arts HQs. Disrupting their operations on numerous popular services. Yeah, like you can't trade. You see how that works? And they're going to tell you we were doing a patch. Yeah, go after yourself. And now, Billy the Goat, stand by. So this clown, Billy the Demon Goat Gates, he's calling it I don't know how he's still involved with your life. He's controlling it because he's one of the demons, like the high up demons. But he is calling for your digital ID, right? I just showed you how they're hacking the shit out of your ID. Go after yourself. Number one. Number two, once you take this, it's called the mark of the beast, their father. So then you have to take a mark and get this ID garbage so you could buy, sell, trade. That's in some book I read, isn't it? Stand by. It's called Revelation 13, and these guys are pushing it, and they're in a hurry. And now we got the aliens coming at the end of October. Really? What is happening? I didn't think I'd live either to see this. Richie Rabaji just said that. Like, shout out. Like, he just talked about this too. This is getting creepy because we're watching it all play out. I thought this is funny since we're talking about, like, we're all going to be hacked soon because you're a node. You're literally a node in the new system. I just need your consent for your soul. That's what's coming. Says this guy put when you're at when your AI girlfriend was on AW East once. See how that worked? He's sliding up the roof. You poor young men today. I don't know where we live. Stand by. I gotta catch my breath. So I'm over here. It's Tom Renz on X or Twitter, whatever you call it. Like. But he's got this whole thread here, and it gives you some good information. It's like digital ID is now the law in the United States. I mean, did you guys notice? Like the big, beautiful breasts, BBB, remember Humpty Trumpty? Hey, we're going to spend $100 trillion on a bunch of guys that are just going to spend the money to each other. Have you seen how that Stargate's working out? $500 billion. They just... One guy goes, hey, I'm going to buy $500 million worth of your shit. And then he goes, hey, hang on, I need $500 worth of your shit. See how that work? And then they go, hang on, we got to get a buddy 3. This is a big circle jerk. They're just... And then you're paying the electric bill. Like, they can't... These demonic entities, they not only are taking your soul, most of you, and then they're going to make you pay for it. So now you didn't sell it. You're paying to get rid of your soul. You see how that works. This is one of the top demon kids. See how that work? Probably been here for 500,000 years or something. Oh, God, this is making me nauseous. This guy says, as a lawyer, the destruction of our privacy rights is making me sick. See, now, look, he's getting sick too. I didn't read this ahead of time. We're both getting sick because we see this garbage coming. See how that worked? Oh, fuck. It's getting worse by the day, and people seem to be unaware of what's happening. This is why they got you watching the Trump is king garbage. And, oh, shit. Hang on. I got to pause. I got to take this out. I got people here, I think. Anyways, the implementation of digital ID in the United States. I gotta turn this alarm off. Is getting. Where was I? The implementation of digital ID in the U.S. is not driven by a single law, but rather by updates to existing regulations, primarily based on the Patriot Act post 9/11 trade our freedom for security mindset. The most relevant laws facilitate digital identification through state-issued mobile driver's licenses and set the foundation for technical requirements. That's how they're testing it out. Anyways, he's got a really good thread here. He goes over everything, the federal laws, all this garbage they're passing right now. Like I reported here, like date now, no state can deny AI for 10 years. That's in your big BBB, whatever BBB means. And then they're going to be your data, like you can't go nowhere without being seen. Let me see. I got it up here. Hang on. Hopefully I saved it. I hope I got the right screen. Stand by. Yeah, the world you are. This is funny. Isn't this funny? The world you are looking for no longer exists, asshole. See how that worked? Just talking to my best friend about this. Like, this is fucking crazy times. Real crazy. It says, look, what they put? Control, Alt, Delete. See how that worked? That's what they're doing. The Great Reset, because there's 100 million jobs that are gone. You guys are the Walking Dead. You just don't know it yet. I hate to say that. So I'm gonna be the last DJ on the. This is why it's Apocalypse Radio. What do you want to call this? Like, I'm the last DJ. I always had that like fantasy too. How weird. And now I'm living it in real life. This whole world's turned into a giant movie. Because assholes like me and Richie and Monograph, etc., we've been telling you since I've been like 2017. They were on before 2012. You were like, and then before the internet, I was telling people word to word, Agenda 21 at the time, like the date, how old I am. But like, and now look, it's here. And now we have the aliens coming at the end of October or November. Anyways. Here's the internet's down. I was gonna play that. Who cares anymore? Like, where's the other video I was looking for? Stand by. I gotta pause this. And just to throw a little. This is also what they don't want you to know. Goldman stunned by regional bank meltdowns. Like, this is all coming. It really is. Whether your cognitive dissonance is unbelievable, but. This is what makes people like us scared. Like, what's going to happen when you can't go to the grocery store after 3 days of all the food you got? Like, you probably got a couple cans of garbage or whatever. Like, now what? Half the internet's down. Why? Could be World War III. It could be them. It could be whatever. Who cares? It doesn't matter. There's black swans coming. So when the black swan hits, they're going to say, remember these are tests. To see how the people act, how they react. Like, people like us can't get in our accounts. You can't trade. If I was short, like let's say 5-1 on something, and I can't get in to get out. Hang on, this is my own post. Stand by. I posted this on my feed right here. It says, warning, we're locked out of our accounts, ? Then I go, what the actual F are they prepping for the collapse, or is this a World War III China hack? Because under 5th gen war, we're already in World War III. We've had all those FBI warnings last year. How many times I report that on my Instagram? Over and over and over. Watch out, they're going to hack us, they're going to hack us, they're going to hack us. Now half the internet's down on AWS, which is a bulletproof system. Supposed to be, it handles all the top secret shit. I would assume it's bulletproof until today when I can't get into my account. That's me. I'm telling you personally. Like, how many of you got accounts? You probably don't even know because you don't trade or whatever. Like, but you couldn't get into your account. What if you had? What if I was getting effed in the old doohickey? See how that worked? Like, you could have lost a ton of. I bet you people did. Like, I can't wait to see the TikTok or not TikTok, tweets, whatever. Later, like, locked out. What do you? Who's responsible? Nobody. It just happened. It was a hack or whatever. Like, oh, the system went down. Sorry. Are they just stealing money? Like, how? This is banks were down, cell phones were down. Like, and then who's getting all this data? Like, again, because they were hacked a few months ago. All your social security and how many times you jerk off and all that stuff is on there. Like, they were getting into the dark arts' computers, like the stuff where they're watching you in front of your laptop every night when you go to bed. See how that work? Like, who has all those files? It's bad enough that the dark arts has it, now China's got it. Like, what if they want to blackmail you later? See how that work? Because that always works. Like, remember there used to be a list and now there's not a list. Hocus pocus, lemiokus. See how that works. This is Wags. Welcome to my channel. I'll be live streaming. Give me some comments. I'm editing the software here and so forth. But I hope you enjoy the show. This is like a test run of the news that really affected me today. So I'm locked out of my account. So like that's creepy. And then you want to hook me to an ID to Satan, like a neck collar, like in some weird sex film like you guys watch that you're watching. That's why you don't know what's going on here. So all these distract, including the war. The war is a sacrifice to their god. All those young men are sacrificial, like children to their god. So these are rituals. They do it all for thousands of years. Like, this is nothing new. We're just cycling into shit. That's what's coming. We had it so easy, so you better have appreciated it. Godspeed, everybody. I am your last DJ on Earth. See how that works. Welcome to the show. You're going to love it.